It was critical for us, had a lot of big plays. Didn't start in the first quarter the way we wanted to, but at the end of the day, found a way to win. We're talking about App State, a program with a lot of tradition, top 25 defense last year with a lot of guys returning. They were committed to stopping the run, so they challenged us there, and we got to do better in the running game. But overall, we found a way to win. Proud of the guys. Had some explosive plays, so you're able to see how explosive we can be. We're just not quite as consistent as the first game.
Were you specifically pleased with Sharon Peak taking advantage of the opportunity, needing someone to step up, and he had one of his better games?
Oh, no question. He's a guy that's been in the program for a while and just hasn't had the opportunity, whether it be injuries or just guys playing in front of him. But to see him step in for Mike and make some plays into the boundary, make some big plays down the field, builds his confidence because we're going to need him down the stretch.
Tough game against Louisville now. How confident are you in your offense going forward there?
No, I didn't lose any confidence today. We know what we're capable of. We just got to commit to it every day and practice to the standard and come out and perform to the standard. Now Louisville is going to be a heck of a task, but I think our guys will be ready. It's a short week, so it's a quick turnaround. So again, it's going to be about the commitment level that we have on and off the field to get ourselves ready. But haven't lost any confidence. It's a good opportunity for us to go in and coach these guys hard because there's a lot of things that we can get better. But still, there's a lot of positive for us to continue to carry that momentum.
Coach, 49 plays in the first half last week, 51 plays in the first half this week. You think you can maintain that kind of tempo on Thursday night?
Well, we would like to. I think when everybody is committed to playing fast and we have a good feel for what they're doing on defense, they can go fast with the calls. But you know, it didn't feel like the tempo was as good in the first half just because of the first quarter. And, you know, we kind of hurt ourselves with a bad snap and a couple of other things. But I was surprised when we had 52 plays in the first half. So hey, we're going to push it. We're definitely going to try on Thursday night.
More in games than they are in practice.
You know, we'll look at the tape to see if there was an issue there, but you know, we haven't had a lot of either. You know, early on in camp, I think we had some miscues with the snap, but it got more consistent throughout camp, and so it's not an issue to panic about. We do have to look at it and understand that every play matters. You know, what you don't want is a situation like Florida State where you snap overhead and you're out in the red zone. But you never know when that's going to happen, and you just got to find ways to overcome.
Is there anything more you can do to practice the targets?
You know, I know Coach Caldwell does a great job. Those guys are always out early, getting snaps. They're getting snaps consistently and constantly throughout practice. So we believe we're doing everything we can. We just got to continue to drive and challenge ourselves and be consistent and to take pride in that. Every time it's the same, just like shooting a jump shot. It's got to be the same every single time.
What do you see from Jay Guillermo? You talked to him about Clemson. What do you see from him in his actual first 2 games?
Well, just first of all, love his attitude. You know, he's got a good spirit about him. You know, he's funny. He entertains, but you're also seeing that he's able to maintain his focus. And he's doing a lot from a communication standpoint, really helping the young guys come along. Has played better, different technique and fundamentals. So those are things that I see out of Jay. And he's just a pleasure to be here.
Coach, when Deshaun went down, what happened there? Was there anything bothering him the rest of the game?
You know, I don't believe so. The communication I got was just the wind was knocked out of him when he fell on the ball. Obviously, in that situation, you kind of got to sit back and say, okay, what's the diagnosis? But I didn't see anything after that. I think they did not throw the long ball after that situation, so I didn't see anything.
Overall, you know, threw an interception on the first series, wasn't great to start, but kind of seemed to pick it up over the course of the game. How do you feel as though he performed overall today?
You know, I thought at times, you know, really good, and then at some other times, and you know, Sharon's got to help him. And the guy from App made a really good play on the first interception. So overall, I got to look at the tape to give a true assessment. But I was pleased with his play. He made some big plays, made some big throws. Again, I think we had four TD plays over 23 yards. So it shows what we're capable of being explosive within the game.
I also wanted to ask you about Mitch Hyatt. That's a guy you recruited. How do you feel about his performance so far? Has he met or exceeded your expectations?
Oh, he's definitely met and probably exceeded. When you're talking about a young man at the offensive tackle position, when you're coming straight out of high school, and I know that he blocked guys like Kimdichi and the young man Lorenzo Carter that's at Georgia, but now he has to come in and block Shaq Lawson, guys that got 3-4 years in the weight room on him. So just for him to make that transition and just mentally how quick he picks up concepts, you know, you don't have a whole lot of missed assignments. Now he's young, so physically he'll get beat a time or two. He doesn't back down. He figures out a way to correct the issue, and he comes back and he fights, and he's a warrior.
Coach, Wayne's reigning firmly entrenched as a starting running back. Do you see anybody emerging as the second guy in that big order?
You know, today was a tough day because it was very similar schematically to Oklahoma. You're playing an odd defense where they got 7 guys near the ball, so the run lanes are tight. So, you know, it was tough. Wayne did show the biggest flash, found a couple runs, and then when we did have some runs, we had some penalties that got called back, which, you know, were situations where you want to see those guys get loose. But, you know, just trying to play all those guys because you're going to need every one of them, and still pushing every one of them to go chase Wayne.